Paleo diet. Benefits and dangers of the diet of our ancestors. Popularized at the beginning of the years 2000, the paleo diet, which invites eating as the prehistoric men, continues to seduce. We take stock of a diet that has become a way of life for some. You thought that the Paleolithic was only a period of prehistory? It has become a real way of life. Briefly summarized, this way of life consists in eating like our hunter-gatherer ancestors did more than 10,000 years ago. The goal? To preserve one's health. What can we really eat and not eat? Can we all adopt it? What does the scientific community think? We take stock of the paleo diet. The origins. It was in the 20th century, in 1975, that the diet was first mentioned, with the work of the American gastroenterologist Walter L. Vogelin on the diet of Paleolithic man, from 3 million to 10,000 BC. 10 years later, the American anthropologist Stanley Boyd Eden also studied the subject and the genes of our ancestors. At the time, humans ate what nature provided. According to Dr. Eden, our genes have not changed in 40,000 years, so this diet would be more adapted to our genome, while the food grown by man since the advent of agriculture promotes modern ailments, cancers, obesity, diabetes, etc. By eating like our hunter-fisher-gatherer ancestors, we return to our biological codes of before, says Marion Kaplan, bionutritionist and author of the book, La Paléobiotique. In 2001, Lauren Cordain, professor emeritus in the Department of Health and Exercise Sciences at Colorado State University, USA, took up and popularized this theory with his book, The Paleo Diet. He became the founder of a movement that has become a true phenomenon across the Atlantic. On this channel, we approach health from a global point of view, by working on the 4 pillars of health: diet, physical activity, mental health and sleep. If you are not yet a subscriber to the YouTube channel, Top Fitness Health, consider subscribing, and if you want to be notified when a new video is released, consider activating the little bell. Meat and vegetables. The paleo diet allows only natural, unprocessed products. Meat, fish, eggs, fruits and vegetables are the foundation. We don't only eat meat, Marion Kaplan says, addressing all those who criticize the diet for its high animal protein content. One can be paleo and vegetarian because there is a large share of fruits and vegetables. That being said, the base of the paleo food pyramid is indeed composed of animal proteins. These must come from free-range animals or from organic farms. We eat what the animals eat. If they ingest genetically modified grains, we do too, so we must flee them, Marion Kaplan emphasizes. Fruits and vegetables should be in season and obviously as little processed as possible. The top of the pyramid is composed of oilseeds, hazelnuts, walnuts, etc., salt, spices, herbs and dark chocolate, to be eaten in moderation. The only sources of fat allowed are animal fats and olive, avocado, flax and coconut oils. Forbidden foods. One of the original features of this way of eating is the prohibition of all cereals and legumes, whether organic, complete or not. Cereals are too inflammatory and increase the glycemia, blood sugar level, significantly. On the other hand, I advise reintroducing gradually legumes and other gluten-free cereals sparingly, says Marion Kaplan. Dairy products are also banned with a tolerance for butter from pasture cows. As currently produced, these foods are allergenic. If you can't live without it, you can drink organic goat's milk, suggests Marion Kaplan. Similarly, refined sugar, vegetable oils and all processed products such as sodas or cold cuts are strictly forbidden. Good to know. Aware of the difficulty of becoming paleo overnight, the founder Lauren Cordain proposes in his book 3 stages to modify one's diet gradually. The objectives of the diet. Paleo is not a slimming diet. All these prohibitions aim above all to improve health, and all practitioners agree that it is a way of life to be kept forever. Few studies on the subject exist, but the followers put forward many benefits such as the decrease of bad cholesterol, diabetes, migraines and digestive problems, which would come from our excessive consumption of cereal and industrial products. Weight loss may occur, but this is due to the fact that we feel fuller more quickly thanks to animal proteins. The scientific community is cautious. In spite of its popularity, this diet raises many criticisms from scientists. At issue are the findings on the diet of prehistoric man. Indeed, many anthropological studies, such as the one published in the American scientific journal Nature in 2012, prove that hunter-gatherers ate more plants, leaves and fruits, rather than meat whose availability was too random. The emphasis on animal protein also goes against many nutritional recommendations, resulting from work on the damage caused by excessive meat consumption. The latter is associated with an increased risk of diseases that the paleo diet is supposed to prevent, such as cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol and arthritis. The presence of animal proteins in the diet is disputed by some followers. The meat of the time was not the same as today. It is essential to adapt the diet to modern life. In other words, we must eat little red meat, or at least a quality product, adds Marion Kaplan. As for cereals, they are an essential source of fiber, vitamins and minerals. The Cretan diet or the Okinawan diet, which give pride of place to these foods, are among the best examples of nutrition in the world. Their absence in the paleo diet thus raises questions. In 2014, the British Dietetic Association actually ranked the paleo diet among the worst celebrity diets. If the organization approves the elimination of processed products and refined sugar, it believes that there is no reason to prohibit other food groups at the risk of causing deficiencies. However, if you are tempted, we recommend that you consult a physician or nutrition specialist to ensure that this diet is appropriate for your health. The paleo diet may help you lose weight, reduce your waistline and lower your body mass index, but its effect on other risk factors for heart disease such as inflammation, blood pressure and certain fats in the blood is less certain. Overall, more research is needed to determine if this diet is safe and to confirm its effects on heart disease risk factors. Before adopting the paleo diet, thoroughly research what the diet entails and discuss your plans with a healthcare provider to determine if it is right for you and how to follow it properly. The Paleolithic diet, also known as the paleo diet, is extremely popular today. There are thousands of paleo recipes on the internet, and paleo offerings are increasingly appearing on restaurant menus, or even in restaurants that are entirely paleo-themed. The paleo diet encourages us to eat the way our hunter-gatherer ancestors did over 10,000 years ago, before the rise of agriculture and processed foods. This means eating lots of fish, vegetables, fruits, lean meat, eggs and nuts. On the other hand, dairy products, grains, processed foods, coffee, alcohol, sugar and salt are prohibited. At first glance, the paleo diet seems pretty healthy after all. It tends to be lower in sodium and calories from processed fats, and higher in protein, vitamins C and E and fiber. This has led many proponents of the paleo diet to claim that this diet is a good way to fight the world's biggest killer heart disease that often occurs when our blood vessels narrow or become blocked, leading to problems such as heart attack and stroke. Another good point for the paleo diet: heart disease is lower in tribal populations that continue to follow the hunter-gatherer lifestyle and eat a diet similar to that of Paleolithic populations. So the paleo diet is a great way to keep our hearts healthy, right? Unfortunately, the answer is not so simple. Let's look at the evidence. What the research tells us. 2 recent systematic reviews show that the paleo diet can lead to weight loss, reduced waist circumference and lower body mass index. One of these systematic reviews also found that the paleo diet may have an impact on other risk factors for heart disease by increasing the concentration of certain lipids in the blood such as good HDL cholesterol, and by lowering blood pressure, inflammation, and lipids such as triglycerides, total cholesterol and bad LDL cholesterol. However, these latter results no longer hold up when researchers remove certain studies from their calculations, so these latter results are considered less reliable and need to be examined more carefully. It is also important to note that these studies themselves were small in terms of the number of participants. Ultimately, more high-quality research is needed in this area to provide definitive conclusions about the benefits of this diet on heart disease risk factors. So, can the paleo diet benefit our heart health? Overall, there is promising evidence, but it is far from strong. Before making any drastic changes to your diet, talk to your healthcare provider, doctor or certified nutritionist to make sure that any changes you plan to make are safe for you. If you are not yet a subscriber to the YouTube channel, Top Fitness Health, consider subscribing, and if you want to be notified when a new video is released, consider turning on the little bell. See you soon for more videos. And until then, take care of yourself.